Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a good one for you today. XRP is on the move, baby. Just get a look at that right there. 36 cents and moving almost 30% up. Oh my goodness. Let's just roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Yeah, it's like angels shining and angels singing. Look at it. 36 cents. Who doesn't like seeing that? Yeah, that is nice. Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe on the way in. We're looking at Bitcoin right now. Let's just refresh the page, make sure we're where we need to be here. Yeah, Bitcoin at $34,350, Ethereum at $1,375, and now $1,367. And XRP is at 37 cents on CoinMarketCap. Let's go back here and see if we got a jump here on Fiat Link. I've been looking because there's been a little bit of disparity between the two, and I want to keep an eye on it. So we're getting ready to cross 37 cents, everybody. Yeah, up over 30% right now, 30.88% on a 24-hour, and most of that is on the 24-hour. The 7-day is 34.68% with a lawsuit from the market regulator SEC hanging over our head. We know that we are fighting back. The Ripple team has responded, and it is one hell of a response. We're going to touch on that in case anybody's missed it, and we're also going to cover some other things. We're going to hear from Tim Draper as well, who's going to make some really, really powerful comments about crypto and the effects that crypto can have on all the different industries out here in the world. So let's go ahead and get started. We start right here. One more look at this. I can't help it. That just looks amazing. Yeah. Can't stop, won't stop. Now, I do want to say, I do know that there is a talk about a February 1st pump to try to recreate the initiative of GameStop thing that happened with the Wall Street bets. If I could just say, I just think it's a bad idea, and we're going to get into it in just 1 second here. But the first thing I want to say is I covered yesterday an article that was shared by Lee from SPQR Media, and shout out to Lee. And I really feel like that article was spot on. It talked about how Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan actually had been trading GameStop as well, and that if anybody moved the market, that article made a great argument for really the institutions were able to see what was coming in on both sides of the market. And it made a great argument about how they believed the JP Morgans of the world began to create a two-sided market with inside of the dark pools that they trade MoneyGram in that is approved by the SEC, if that makes any sense. So with that being said, I really don't believe that Wall Street bets actually moved the needle as much as I would have been happy to hear it. I just don't believe that they did. And I don't believe you'll do it here. I do believe, however, what you will do is really create more problems for XRP or open the door for such problems. I don't want to be involved in anything ever that has anything to do with trying to inflate the price of an asset or market manipulation of any kind. So I am not participating, and I encourage everyone else to not to do it as well. So that's my point of view on it right there. And let's get there the old-fashioned way, right? Let's finish the court case and do it the right way, get the judgment we need, and then let's let the actual intended use of the token drive the value as it should. So let's go ahead and just start right here. Let's go 37 cents plus. Let me stand up and slow clap that. Yeah, XRP on a tear right now, and I do believe that the confidence is back in the sales here because we hear Stuart Alderati and the Ripple team have pushed back, and Mary Jo White and the rest of them, and it says they have filed the preliminary legal response. I'm going to do the quick overview because I covered it pretty good this morning, but just for anybody who's missed it, the real standout things that are happening here that are sticking with me at this point is the fact that Ripple, within its defense, has really argued that they want to see the evidence that the SEC used to derive, although it was not an official ruling, but to derive the comments that were made from the SEC at the time that said that Ethereum was not a security. So now this puts the SEC on the defensive to really lay out that decision. Even though that was not an official ruling, it was still a public statement, right? And that really puts the SEC in a tough spot, because I believe we all understand very well that Ethereum actually has some issues as far as the notion of it being a security, or whether it was in its early days. And it obviously was. And in fact, I think I have a clip here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can get this right here. This is Digital Asset Investor. He had a great clip here, and let me see if I can find it. I think I actually shared it. But when at any rate, this is Stuart XRP right here, and I thought that he made a great standout point of what I just talked about. He said, I'm entitled to my opinion. Pump XRP certain date and time makes the community look immature, jealous, and scammy, and I completely agree with that. And if any of you have been in this space long enough to know, Stuart XRP is not a fan of me. But I tell you what, I think he's got it nailed right here. XRP currently high-risk investment. SEC, if Pump works, more holders sell XRP due to SEC. Pump will not be sustainable. Doubt it works. And I do too. And it is very, very unethical. Peace out. There you go. And I think that's well said on his part. There you go. Wishing him all the best. And look, let me see if I can find that really quickly, because Digital Asset Investor had a great post, and I was pretty sure that I retweeted it this morning. And of course, now that I want to find it, I can't. So isn't that incredible? Well, we'll get back to it here. If I don't find it, we'll try to swing back to it. So at any rate, let me get back to this. So this is the case, right? And I want to brush this up for everybody so they understand really the standout. So the standout point here is, one, they're asking the SEC to wheel out the evidence on Ethereum, prove how they came to that conclusion, although it was an official notice. And the other part to this is interesting is that deep down in his contract, courtesy of Jeremy Hogan from Legal Briefs, if you're not following him, please go like and subscribe him. He has been a beacon of light through all of this legal jargon and whatnot, because he is a lawyer. So I really appreciate his opinions and insight. And they have asked the court, Ripple has asked the court in here, in this document, in this rebuttal, if you will, that XRP get a not a security judgment. So where the SEC complaint against Ripple did not ask for a security judgment, Ripple themselves have pushed the idea and the notion forward and said, no, we want a decision of not a security. So now that means the judge will have to rule on that matter now that Ripple has asked for it, as I understand it. I'm learning a lot from Jeremy Hogan. And that is exciting to me, because I believe we need that legal precedent. I've said this many, many times. And where the complaint from the SEC against Ripple was really about penalties and penalties against the escrow, this goes much further, and this is exactly what we need, because no matter how long this takes, when this gets done, it's done forever, and you never have to revisit it. And that's what I'm interested in, because I understand that the real value of XRP is derived from sophisticated institutions using it and bringing their volume to the network, and using their utility and the liquidity together to be able to drive the price to XRP to the friggin' moon. Hey, who knows? What we're seeing right here, we can guarantee certainly isn't retail investors, because I know here in the U.S. broadly, we've been shut down. The minus of a little window here or there, like Uphold, courtesy to them. They're amazing. And BitTrue, who you can trade into. You can't buy it direct, but you can trade into XRP still at this time. So this to me is exciting, because I've floated this notion before, and I don't know whether it's real or not, but we'll find out over time here. You know, just a few days ago, Hiding Out Now told us that the total circulating supply came up by 40 plus million. So that is really exciting, because the price is going up and the total circulating supply went up a couple days ago. So 38 cents now, ladies and gentlemen, right before our eyes. 38 cents and climbing. You know, I have to start to ask myself, are we seeing some of the XRP being sucked up, that liquidity being sucked up off of the exchanges that are still holding it? And knowing that a Delaware Chancery Court that has said that Ripple has to stop and hold their sales for now until they figure out what's going on with this case, you have to wonder, you really have to wonder if liquidity providers and market makers and alike are beginning to scalp the liquidity that's available off the rest of the exchanges around the world. And what would happen if all that liquidity was taken off of the exchanges and sucked up off of the exchanges at some point? What would happen then if we were to get a security designation that would allow XRP to function, let's say, more like a style of a bond, for instance? And people would say, a bond of what? Well, a bond of all that collateral that would be synchronized on the ledger, and then the XRP token could be looked at as a bond for which you could issue a stable coin off of. Just one of the potential outcomes. You have to wonder if that would be the case. How would you continue to purchase XRP? You probably wouldn't unless you went through a dealer broker to someone that had a securities license. That's very interesting. And if they in fact are scalping and sucking up the liquidity off the exchanges right now, it would make a lot of sense. Shane Ellis comes to mind. So here is the case itself, and it is very exciting to know that they've got all their ducks in a row. And the most important thing here for me is that they have pushed to get a decision of whether they are a security or not. And that is extremely exciting to me. One of the things that makes me say we can't take the security designation of some kind off the table is just simply because if you give it a straight legal tender currency status, that to me is a little suspect, because instantly I'm thinking XRP could compete with all the major currencies of the world just as a legal tender currency. I just don't know if the governments are that comfortable with assets, albeit XRP or not. So we're going to keep an eye on that as it unfolds, but this is exciting. So this is about the information about Ethereum and Bitcoin and the SEC's what they used to derive that conclusion, even though it was not an official designation. We're going to check on that. And Birla revealed a few days ago, Ashish Birla, that the company's RippleNet cloud saw a boom in adoption in banking institutions. The company's solutions are moving beyond payments and into lending, credit lines, and debt, adding that the Ripple is also looking favorably at prospective CBDCs. Now, we also know that Brad Garlinghouse has told us, right, that he's clearly told us that central banks are looking to issue CBDCs off the ledger. Here we go.
I mean, certainly we do know of central banks looking at the XRP ledger as open source technology to issue stablecoins using the XRP ledger.
There you go. You can't say it any better than that. And the thing that's interesting to me about that is that all of this is being announced, and they're starting to share all of this amazing stuff while retail investing is getting squashed and squeezed out. And that tells me that that's one of those things that work together, and we're pushing it. Look, I mean, I think we're going to 40 cents. You know, I think this is something else. I'm liking this a lot. 39.35, ladies and gentlemen. XRP is on a tear right now. Who could turn this off right now? This is amazing. We'll just sit here and talk for a second and see if we cross 40 cents. How incredible would that be? Up over 36% right now on XRP, regardless of this lawsuit. I want you to, for a second, just look at this market and what's going on right now, and see that we're really looking at 15 million being traded, 16 million traded in the last minute. It's showing here. I'll tell you what, this is something else. Imagine what this would be doing right now had there been no SEC lawsuit hanging over the back of Ripple and XRP itself. I mean, imagine where we would be in price right this second. It's just it is absolutely food for thought here. So look, I'm not going to stay on here much longer. I do hope that we hit 50 or 40 cents here. This would be amazing and continue to keep pushing. But I have to say that, whether it takes a month or 2 months or it's a decision tomorrow morning, as long as it's legal precedent, that's what we need. And I tell you what, I couldn't be more excited that Ripple and the lawyer team over there have done just that. They have pressed to go beyond the pay for play, the penalties and fines that the SEC wanted, and to tax them and probably try to hold back some of the escrow. And not to say that some of those things are off the table, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have a settlement. So we gotta take all of this with a grain of salt. But at the same time, I just, there's a part of me that says we need to be prepared for whatever outcome it may be. And not because I believe we'll be harmed. I believe we come out the other side of this better off than we are standing here today. I really do. And however that goes, I just want to make sure that we're prepared to deal with whatever is given for a decision. Because at the end of the day, I think we're going to be extremely fortunate and be very happy that all of us have gotten in when we did. So that's where I'm at on this day. Then it's an amazing day. XRP is up 36+% and still running for the sun. Let's see how close we get, and I'll catch all of you on the next one. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below, share with somebody you know, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Make sure you check out all the links in the description box and the comment section. Whoa! 40 cents right here. You just saw it. Man, oh man alive. I tell you, there just may be something to that whole, drawing up the liquidity off the exchanges bit, huh? I don't know. I'll catch all of you on the next one.